Welcome to the Star Wars Iceberg. In this video, I will be covering topics relating to Star Wars, specifically canon Star Wars, not Legends. Not because I don't like Legends, it's just I don't really know much about it. In Star Wars Battlefront 2, there was content that was being developed but was never made before the game was cancelled. Some of these include Ahsoka and Asajj Ventress being playable characters, and Mustafar being a playable map. Recall movies. Star Wars had some scenes that weren't included in the final movie or TV show. Here are some I think should have been left in the final project. In episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Anakin was originally supposed to wield a red lightsaber at the end instead of his blue original lightsaber. And a scene where Obi-Wan was tearing out the inside parts in Grievous, including his heart, that he shoots, killing him and kicking him off the platform was cut. And another scene where Palpatine thanks Jar Jar for helping him obtain power was cut. This could have been related to the fact people theorised that Jar Jar Binks was originally supposed to become a Sith Lord in the prequels, but he just didn't because people hated him. In episode 4, A New Hope, Ponto Baba was originally supposed to be decapitated instead of just losing his arm. In episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, Luke was originally supposed to wear a Bacta mask to heal his stars. In a scene where rebel troopers attempt to fend off a Wampa that escaped their containment during the Battle of Hoth was cut. In episode 7, The Force Awakens, an appearance of Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost was cut. Episode 8, The Last Jedi, a scene where Luke Skywalker mourns the death of Han Solo was cut. I'm gonna be so for real, I don't know why they cut this. It's literally his stepbrother, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not too sure why they cut this. Let me just actually double check how long this movie is. The Last Jedi. 2 hours and 32 minutes. Yeah, I don't know why they cut this. It'd be 2 minutes long. In episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, a scene where Kylo Ren pays his respect to Vader at his mask was cut. This would have improved the film. It'd have been a good scene. I don't even know what to say for this one, I'm gonna be honest. Before George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney, he had some plans about a potential sequel trilogy. These plans included Luke restarting the Jedi Order and Leia rebuilding the Republic, and it would have had Darth Maul and Darth Talon as the villains. There's an entry in this iceberg later on that details stuff about Darth Maul and Darth Talon, and I don't know why George Lucas was obsessed with having them in things. Because, let me just show you my script. Not show you, but tell you, hold up. Yeah, Darth Talon was alive 100 years after Maul. So, how is that going to work? Interesting. Very strange idea. I don't know how that would have worked. It would have been cool though. Before we got Rise of Skywalker, the original episode 9 would have been called Duel of the Fates, no relation to the film from the Phantom Menace soundtrack. And the plot would have included the First Order running against the rebellion and General Hux appointing himself Chancellor of the First Order. The First Order would have taken control of Coruscant and would publicly execute anyone who helped the resistance. Rey, Finn, Poe and Rose would steal a ship to reconnect with the rebellion, which was currently being led by Leia Organa. Kylo Ren would have found a holocron on Mustafar, which led him to seek training from Tor Valum, a 7,000-year-old Sith. Pretty old guy. Kylo Ren would learn the ability to absorb life energy and would use this to kill Tor Valum. That's 7,000-year-old life must have been worth it. Rey would have learned that there was a device in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant that could be used to restore galactic communications. Rey keeps having visions of her fighting Kylo Ren on Mortis, a planet that features the Mortis gods. which was briefly featured in Ahsoka in some way. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that's something to do with the Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka meeting scene in like one of the episodes. I don't know. I might just be just talking utter rubbish. Uh, so the group splits up into two groups. One of the groups that consists of Rey, Poe, and Chewbacca seeking out Mortis, and another consisting of Finn, Rose, C-3PO, and R2-D2 finding the device, and Leia would reach out to Lando for help against the First Order. If you recall, he kind of sold you guys out to the Empire, so I mean, great idea. Really going to help Leia's. Rey's group is attacked by the Knights of Ren as soon as he discovers the location of Mortis. Rey kills one of them with Force Lightning, which, if you don't know, is a power usually limited to the Sith, and she fears she's coming to the dark side, so she leaves her group to travel alone. Finn and Rose discover the device and activate it. Finn manages to escape, but Rose is captured. But Finn manages to convince some stormtroopers to defect and help Rose. Rey and Kylo Ren confront each other on Mortis. Kylo blinds Rey, nearly killing her. Obviously not quite. The Force Ghost of Luke Skywalker, of all people, appears to support Rey and she recovers. They battle once again and Rey defeats Kylo, but he starts to drain her life energy. Leia feels this disturbance in the Force and reaches out to Kylo Ren and convinces him not to kill Rey, and instead Leia gives him her life force. Finn would lead a resistance on Coruscant consisting of former stormtroopers, droids, and just fed up citizens of the First Order. Poe, Lando, and Chewbacca show up to help Finn, but General Hux ends up committing suicide with a purple lightsaber. Yeah, the genuine plot. And when Rose is released, she rewires the ship so that it crashes upon liftoff. It would then jump ahead to learn that Finn and Rose have settled down with Rey offering to train their child in the ways of the Force. This script does sound better than the film we got. Only things I don't really like is Kyle not being redeemed. That doesn't really make any sense. Also, General Hux killing himself is kind of funny because it's like a purple lightsaber, and like there's only been like in the live action films at least like main characters who have wielded that, and that's Mace Windu. So like, where did they get a purple lightsaber off? Like, where did they get this from? Yeah, like he just kind of like obtained it in some way. George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney, he was developing a TV show called Star Wars Underworld. It was set after Revenge of the Sith and would have focused on the underworld of Coruscant, would have had over 40 episodes, and was cancelled because of the budget. This sounds cool. Because there was also rumours that it would also just focus on, yeah, like literally anything. I put down Underworld of Coruscant, I didn't really know what else to put, but it was pretty much just like anything. Anything that could have, well, most things that could have happened before A New Hope. Before it was cancelled, The Clone Wars was originally supposed to have an eighth season. A sizable chunk of dialogue was finished before the cancellation, and The Clone Wars was originally supposed to run for 300 episodes, opposed to the 133 episodes we got, plus the 12 or so episodes we would have got with season 8. Before LucasArts was sold to Disney, they were developing a game called Star Wars First Assault. It would have been a spin-off of the original Star Wars Battlefront series from the early 2000s, not the post-Disney EA made Battlefront games from 2015, whenever the second game came out. And it would have primarily focused on stealth. It would have featured deathmatch and objective mode with a kill streak system in which you would earn ability points for kills and support actions to spend on deployables such as turrets and airstrikes. Respawns would occur in waves with players materialising aboard a ship as it travels to one of the capture points. Before we got the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, it was originally supposed to be a movie series. Not just one film, but two. Well, the article I read said three, but it didn't really give any information on three, like at all. The first film was originally going to focus on Obi-Wan surrendering to the will of the Force and learning to leave Luke Skywalker alone. And the second film was going to focus on Obi-Wan coming to terms with his morality via a prophecy from Qui-Gon Jinn, famous dead person, and would learn he was going to die willingly in a crucial moment. He would at first resist this fate, but he would finally sacrifice himself in an unknown manner for the greater good. Yeah, no, I prefer the show. The show sounds way better. Before LucasArts was sold to Disney, they were developing a game around Darth Maul. It would have been based around him being an apprentice to Emperor Palpatine. It was also originally going to be based around him teaming up with Darth Talon. I already explained this. I'm going to do it again just for the sake that I've got it in my notes. I've got it written down in my notes, so. A character that was alive 100 years after Maul. So George Lucas decided it should be a clone or a descendant of Maul. But then it's not Darth Maul then, is it? It's Maul number two, Maul Jr., Electric Boogaloo. Before we got the Book of Boba Fett, there was originally supposed to be a Boba Fett movie. It was supposed to be a space spaghetti western and would have been more serious in tone than the TV show that we ended up getting. It was cancelled in order to focus on The Mandalorian. But the Book of Boba Fett is pretty much just the Mandalorian season 2.5 because that guy featured in most of those episodes. Like, where'd my goat Boba Fett? It's called Boba Fett. Where? So yeah, that was the Star Wars Iceberg. Uh, Pretty cool. If you liked it, like the video. If you don't, I don't really care.